But before we go into the break, let's listen in from none other than Rashesh Shah, President of FICCI and Chairman and CEO of Edelweiss. We spoke to him earlier.
But the home buyers will still be unsecured creditors, while most banks will be secured creditors. So there are two categories of financial creditors, secured and unsecured. So I think banks will still be one notch higher. But the home buyers who were earlier operational creditors will now become financial creditors. What it means is they will have a say in the creditors committee, they will have say in the actual resolution process, which I think is fair, because effectively home buyers, when they pay advance to buy a house, they are also becoming like a financial creditor. So I think that amendment will protect home buyers. I don't think they will dilute the bank's standing in a large way. But I think the entire creditors committee will get more balanced across the stakeholders. I think it will have eventually positive impact on the real estate sector, because home buyers will now feel confident, because home buyers advances are also an important part of the project cost in a housing project. So if the home buyers feel more comfortable buying and giving money, I think it will eventually be very positive.
Sir, the issue of defaulting promoters bidding for their company has been a very controversial issue. We've had one pack that says that they should be given a chance, considering that there were a lot of economic challenges that they were dealing with, and the other set that believes that they defaulted and were not able to manage the company. Now, of course, we do see hope for MSME promoters to come forward and regain control of many of their companies. How do you view this development, and do you think that this will now pan across other category of companies as well, or will it be restricted to MSMEs?
I think it will be restricted to MSMEs. We are also hoping that maybe the threshold will be increased, because the current threshold for MSMEs is still very low. There is a proposal to maybe have it at a much higher threshold, but that we'll have to see in the future what happens. I think as you correctly said, this 29A has been, there are two sides of the coin, there are two sides of the argument on 29A on eligibility of the promoters. But I think government, very correctly felt that the NCLT and the IBC process should not be used by the promoters as a one-time settlement process. It should not be used to come to the court and then do a settlement and buy back your assets, because that